Hi guys, and welcome back to another pick a card reading. So today's reading is Do I Ever Cross Their Mind? This is basically a video about if you ever cross the mind of the person you're asking about. Do they ever think about you? And if they do, then what do they think? How do they think about you, basically. So yeah. I have 4 options here. Option 1, 2, 3, and 4. And if you would like a personal reading to look more into your personal situation, you can look in the description box below for details about that. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and begin with pile number 1. But if you need more time to meditate and decide which of these you would like, then you can go ahead and pause the video. So yeah, let's begin with number 1. Alright, those of you who picked number 1. Do you ever cross this person's mind? We have why, personal boundaries, honeymoon, yes, and the world. Alright, so this one has a straightforward yes answer. So yes, you do cross this person's mind. And so, what do they think when you cross this person's mind? So I think with this why question mark card here, I think that when you do cross this person's mind and they do think about you, they wonder why. They're like, why am I thinking about this person? Why am I thinking about this person? Why are they crossing my mind? That's what they're thinking when they do think about you. And I feel it's kind of this defensive energy that this girl has. They're like, oh, why am I thinking about this person? Should I be thinking about this person? It's giving me that kind of feeling. Like really, really wondering why they're thinking about you and should they? And I feel, in a way they kind of want to put up a wall when they think about you. I feel they want to, put up a wall and not think about you. And there's some reason that they don't want to think about you, but they definitely do. And this reason could be anything, but it's just a feeling of being kind of defensive and wondering why they're thinking about you. But I do get this feeling that they do have happy thoughts. There could be a few not so good feelings that they have when they think about you, but they also do think about positive times that they either had with you in the past or that they could have with you, and I feel they would want to spend time with you. With this card here, they would want to spend time with you, but for some reason they're putting up a wall and they're kind of being defensive. It's giving me a Nine of Wands energy, like not wanting to get hurt. And with the world, I do think that they think the world of you. They do see you in a positive light. Despite the fact that they wonder why they think about you, they see you positively. It just could be confusing for them, like why they think about you for a million different reasons. This is a general reading. But yeah, they do see you in a positive light. They probably see you as someone who is successful, and they probably see you as someone who is empowered, someone who has strong boundaries, and someone they definitely do have positive thoughts about. And maybe they think about things that happened in the past or things that they would like to do with you in the future when they do think about you and you cross their mind. So I do think their thoughts are mostly positive. They could just be confused about why they think about you sometimes, and a little bit defensive for whatever reason, whether something that happened with you or something that happened with someone else that has caused them to be defensive. That is just causing them a bit of confusion when you cross their mind. So that's what I'm getting for those of you who picked number 1. If you would like a personal reading, you can look in the description box below. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. That's all I have for you today. Bye! Moving on to number 2. Do you ever cross this person's mind? We have 10 of Wings, Don't Stop, Exchanging Gifts, Inspiration, and Free Yourself. Alright, so, do you ever cross this person's mind? I'm going to say yes, you do. But I'm going to be honest here and say that they're not the most positive thoughts about you. I do have to be honest, about what I'm seeing with these cards, and I feel they are not happy with the thoughts they have about you. They have very negative thoughts for whatever reason. They definitely think about you with this inspiration card, this crown chakra feeling of thinking about you. And yeah, I'm not really feeling the inspiration, I'm not feeling any of these words really. I'm just feeling like they do think about you, but with this card, I feel like they can't stop thinking about you, and they would like to free themselves from that. They don't want to think about you because it is painful for them. For some reason, their thoughts about you are hurting them, and their thoughts about you are causing them a lot of pain. And I'll be honest, they want the thoughts about you to end. And yeah, they want to free themselves from the thoughts that they're having about you. And yeah, their thoughts could be negative about you for a lot of different reasons. But I just am feeling that very thoughts that cause them difficulty, like this card says, and thoughts that cause them, pain in some way. And with this exchanging gifts, I feel they do think about exchanging with you in a way that I feel it's talking. Maybe they think about you, they think about having some kind of conversation with you, and that conversation is not a positive one, and it causes them pain to think about. Whether this conversation has happened in the past, or they think it will happen in the future, or it could just be that they are making it up in their head. They're assuming what would happen in a conversation with you, and it's not a good outcome for them. It causes them a lot of pain, and they feel even betrayed. This person could feel betrayed by you, and those are their thoughts about you, is betrayal. And they really they want to free themselves from these thoughts, and they don't want to think about you, I feel, because the thoughts are just negative. They're hurting them in some way. And yeah, I just have to be honest about that, because that's all I'm really getting with these cards. So yeah, I think that is it for this reading. If you would like a personal reading to look more into your personal situation, you can check the description box for that. But yeah, that's all I have for you today. Bye! Alright, those of you who picked number 3, do you ever cross their mind? Do they ever think about you? We have Ace of Roses. Oh yeah, this pile has a lot of cards. I tried to pull only one card, but you guys got 2 of almost every single card. Alright, so does this person think about you? I'm going to say yes, they do. This crown chakra card is definitely a feeling of thinking about you, and the never-ending story. They do think about you, and I feel it could cause them to feel like this, kind of stressed, like distressed when they think about you. And it can be because there was something that happened between you two, and they have to forgive, and they're thinking about you, and they're thinking about forgiving you, or they're thinking about wanting forgiveness from you. And yeah, so I feel they are having these kind of stressful thoughts about you, and it feels like a never-ending story because they just can't stop thinking about this, and they want to let go of these thoughts. Like, they don't want to have all of these, negative thoughts about you, but they do, and they feel like they need to forgive you, or they want forgiveness from you, and they want to feel like it's safe for them to love. And I do think with this Ace of Roses, they do have passion for you. Like, I feel like sexual attraction towards you, and they think about that. So yeah, sexual attraction towards you for sure, but also there's a feeling of like some kind of difficulty for them. And they have to decide what they want when it comes to you, and that's what they're thinking about. Like, do they want to open their heart to you? Do they feel that it is safe for them to love? Because if this is not you that they need to forgive, or if it's not them that needs you to forgive them, if that made sense, then they just need forgiveness from somebody else, or they need to forgive someone else from their past, because I feel like they're having trouble feeling like it's safe for them to love, and they're deciding if they do want to pursue anything with you, or if they do want to continue things with you, if they are in a relationship with you, or they're just deciding something about you because they definitely have physical attraction towards you, but there's something that they have to let go of, something that's bothering them when they think about you. And with here and now, they are really trying to focus on the here and now, like right now, the present. They're focusing on that, and they're thinking more about, I would say they're thinking more about you in a present tense more than like the past. They probably are letting go of the past, and they're forgiving people, and they might be forgiving you, or you might be forgiving them, but there is forgiveness here and letting go of things from the past. And this person is thinking about how things are presently with you. They're not focused on the past, they're not focused on the future, and they're just focused right now in the present and making a decision about where they want this to go. If they want like some kind of new beginning with you, whether it's a start of a relationship or something that they want to start, they're thinking about that, and it's not the most pleasant thing to think about, but you do cross their mind. And in a way, some of these people might be trying to let go of that and stop thinking about you. Some of them could be making a decision to stop thinking about you and to just focus on the present. If you are no longer in this person's life, I feel that's probably the case. Like, they're letting go of you and they are focusing on their present life without you. But yeah, so that's what I'm feeling with this pile. So yeah, I think that's it. But if you'd like a personal reading, so we can look more specifically into your situation, you can look in the description box for that. If you enjoyed this, please like, comment, and subscribe. That's all I have for you today. Bye. Alright, and lastly, those of you who picked number 4, do you ever cross their mind? We have 5 of Gems reversed, If You Believe, Round and Round, Action, and Love Yourself First. So, do you ever cross this person's mind? Alright. So, to answer the question, yes, you do cross this person's mind. They do think about you. With this Round and Round card, I do get that feeling of, like, they come around to thinking about you, if that makes sense. I'm not feeling that they constantly think about you. I'm not feeling that, because Love Yourself First, they're thinking more about themselves. I'll be honest. they're focused on themselves, focused on their own life, you definitely do cross their mind at some point. Like I said, the thought of you comes around to them, but you're not something that they think about constantly. And I do feel with this action card like it's a bit, they're pretty busy. They might not have time to think about you, or they might think about you for a little while and then move on and do something else, think about something else. So, like I said, to answer the question, you do cross their mind, but I wouldn't say like a lot, and I wouldn't say they're for a long time, because they're a bit focused on themselves right now, and they could even be focused on like their money, like trying to, if they've been having issues with money, they're trying to fix that. And so you do cross their mind and they think about you, but it's not for a long time. And they may also think about, some kind of situation with you that caused them anxiety, or that caused them to feel, or they could have caused you to feel like left out in the cold, like kind of abandoned, whether it was you or them. They don't want to think about that, and so when they do, they try to move forward and, not think about it for too long, because it may cause them some stress or some anxiety to think about, an unfortunate situation that happened between you two. And with this If You Believe card, what I'm really getting with this is, like, they are, they're focusing on them. They're loving themselves. They are really focused on themselves more than they are focused on, like, you, the person watching this. And so although you do cross their mind, you do come around to them. Like, the thought of you comes around to them and they're like, oh yeah, this person, but they don't think about it for too long. And I do feel for some of you, they could be thinking about taking some kind of action towards you. That's not a message for all of you, but for some of you, it could be that they think about that, but they are focused on themselves right now, so they could be a little hesitant to take action. And they probably do need like some kind of motivation. I feel like they're not persevering. They're kind of being standing still and not taking action, but for some of you, they are thinking about taking action towards you in some way. And yeah, they could come around to that eventually. But yeah, I think that's all I'm getting with this one. So if you'd like a personal reading, you can look in the description box below for that. That's all I have for you today. Bye!